let's follow up on our nightmare there and go and investigate the old dead woman on the tree, the gallows tree. Building the Warden's, I missed that. Building the Warden's Lodge in your stronghold grants access to a variety of bounties. Oh, cool. There are challenging combat encounters that yield valuable rewards, including unique items. I like the sound of that. Has no one bothered to clean these bodies up? What are the guards doing? They have again. Should I just take this stuff? Who knows? Maybe it'll, maybe we can sell it. I mean, no one else is dealing with the bodies. Or they just left the equipment there, it looks like. Here we are. I talked to you before, didn't I, Eder? Yeah. Yeah. Caldera de Baranzi. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bow that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, with some aspect of yourself that is no worldly dimension. Teaching about this functionality, which we've already sort of discovered. Let's reach out. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out towards the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you've expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing, electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes. You feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she's staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. I imagine because she's an animancer, gives her these, she's able to interact with us from the grave. Our two abilities combined. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you. Yeah, this is kind of creepy. Also, raises interesting questions about the nature of death in this world. Because, or maybe I'm forgetting, the Animancers, they were the basic. Were they the soul people, or were they the sleeping people? Maybe they were just the soul people. I'd have to double check the lore.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? It is both, I think. Yes?
Kinda. I mean, you called me in my dream, didn't you? Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
Yeah. I think the magistrate was full of shit, calling Caldara a fake. How are you able to speak with me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way.
I mean...
Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it.
Yeah.
I think it is a very good choice.
I like Caldera. How could you guys hang her? She seems so nice and just... lovely and amicable and just... I would love to get to know her more. It's too bad she's dead. We could have drinks. I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face, as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there?
Yeah. Did you go through something similar?
You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
Right. That's about what I thought. Though I suppose, well, I'm able to read the lore. My character, Gwyneth, doesn't necessarily know, so let's ask.
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I.
Right.
Not I.
They are different than
what
Watchers.
I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times.
Alive times, I assume.
Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of
Right.
the world.
We've heard that.
They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it. Sometimes more than they were before.
I didn't know they
but
left for a time.
Usually less and seldom the same.
Right.
For all souls, there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on. And those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how.
You mean there was a time when everyone could see other souls roaming about? That's kind of interesting. Is that what the Biowak is? A almost storm of souls?
A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them.
Yeah,
Know where
I've
they've
seen
been
that.
in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall.
Oh,
A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder.
I was assuming those were events from those people's pasts that I was seeing. But are you saying they're, well, I mean, in a sense, I suppose they are. But are you saying that they were actually from a different life of that soul? That's kind of cool, if so. What do you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure.
I hope.
It's just much to take in for some.
Right.
Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
I suppose I've had a little of that. She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks.
You should see old Merwald.
Merwald.
He will tell you much more than I. A watcher
Oh.
just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim.
Is he alive?
Not far, not far. Kanua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
Well, if that's the case, perhaps I should, head there. I could even, Wait, so he, Kednua, is that like a keep? A watcher's keep, if you will. Little BG2 reference there, I suppose. I think I survived a Biowak. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be.
Sure.
Storm can be a careless thing.
I mean, I wasn't the only one who survived it, though. So, you know, I doubt it's something unique to me.
Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time.
I see.
Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean.
Aw.
Call them. Those days are all behind me, no?
Yeah, I mean, for now, but hey, I'm sure you'll be reborn, and you have a strong soul yourself, don't you? You said souls, yeah, souls break apart over time.
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again.
I see.
But less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little
That sounds
success. No.
like a very bad thing for the long-term stability of the species of this world. I assume it works the same for other creatures, but even if not, it seems like a bad thing for civilization and the Kith races.
A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's got to be some source of... You'd think there'd be some source of new souls. Or maybe that's why bits and pieces are chipped away to fashion new ones. I don't know. Conservation of souls. A new animantic law. I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
I doubt that. You seem very nice, lovely, and interesting. I would love to have a drink with you if, you were feeling up to it. Who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular.
I mean, I did.
Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
That name sounds Italian to me. I wonder if that's where Valian is based on. What happened to you? She laughs, a rasping, choked cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. I mean, is her corpse actually laughing? Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling.
A bit of dark humor there,
For last bit of
considering.
Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I?
Yeah.
Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance.
Right.
I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Nothing. But yeah, I can't believe they hung you for failing to help. You are so very clearly the real deal. Tell me.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
Yeah, I'm not sure it would have ended better for you if you had been honest from the start, but it seems that your gamble there did not pay off. Yeah, I'm still leaning towards the idea that the magistrate himself is cursed for his actions in Aethys' temple. That would be a way to piss off the gods, or that god specifically. Granted, that god is supposed to be dead now, which once again is also a major problem. What is an animancer?
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been.
Aww.
To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are.
I mean, every profession has their, less than savory characters, but at least in this universe, seems like a legitimate profession. And based on the fact that, everything you've told me here, seems like a very important one. Like, perhaps the most important science for the long-term, survival of everybody, of all the Kith races.
But the best of us, the best, inspirations, miracle workers. My parents were soul twins, miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other, turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid.
That is so cool. Also, don't think I didn't catch that. Soul twins. An interesting concept that I'm very curious about. Wonder how literal that is. Like, their souls are, like, basically copies of each other.
It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
Fair enough, fair enough. Though this place actually doesn't seem, especially with stuff like this, the most conducive to research.
Of course, dear.
Oh, that looks like everything. I hate to leave you, Caldera de Baranzi, but, well, I do have to go, I think.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
It was a pleasure. Pleasure was all mine, in fact. Caldera closes her eyes, and her head slumps forward over the noose, and your surroundings seem to bleed into your vision from some unknown place of waiting. Gwyneth was granted Crucible of the Soul. Sounds cool. Aloth looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you all right? You seemed lost just now. I'm a watcher, apparently. His arched eyebrows recede into his hood. Well, that is interesting. He gives you a sly grin. And I expect that explains how you survived a bivouac, Yeah, maybe. I actually don't know. In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Yes, like, for example, about your seeming dual personality. Do you know anything about Watchers? Only that they're rare and that they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions. He coughs, as you demonstrated. Let's continue on. Wait, did I just... Oh, no, never mind. Travel to Caed Nua. Oh, and the Smith shipment, of course. Is the Mayor's Keep,
17 and a half.
Not around here. Or the Mayor's house, rather. Doesn't seem to be. Let's, I want to verify something. I want to check this house that we can't actually go to it. Verify whether something has to be marked on the map to enter. That is a negative. And there's even named people in here. Edlin Preston. Ah, more of these. And Kira, is that Aloth? It's a pretty long one. Maybe I'll come back to you guys. I don't want to spend all my time reading at the moment. Especially since I don't actually know if there's a purpose to those yet, other than just being mildly interesting. Who's that? Is that a soul? Despite the rains, the stalks feel as dry and stiff as a locust's husk. Alright. Is that from the Blight? Gold Rot Chew. Honestly, calling something rot, or including that in the name, not very appetizing. And it gives me -2 perception, so... Oh, is this like chewing tobacco? Let's not give ourselves a an addiction or anything. Oh. Doran Chamberlain. Nope. Actually, they're the guys I saw bound down there last time. Maybe. I can't enter there. I guess let's do two things. Let's check out that one other named house. This one, I think. And then we'll talk to Mr. Magistrate's Chamberlain guy over there. Urjet. Afra? Oh, you have a kitty. And a book on the table. This worn, dog-eared book is titled "Travels upon the Keiled Glass Sea." There is an etched illustration of a vast finned leviathan. Aha! Hello, Afra. A Derwooden woman is standing in front of the fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her unborn child, for she is quite clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Welcome.
Well, finally. I was starting to think... You think I'm the, a midwife or something? The woman makes a startled noise when she turns around to see you and sees you. Oh, I'm sorry. I was expecting someone else. She gives you a cautious smile. Can I help you? Nice cat. She smiles brightly. Oh, thank you. She's a sweetheart. Keeps the house clear of mice, too. Yeah, cats are wonderful for keeping away pests. And they're so precious. So are dogs, though. I just arrived in Gilded Vale. I thought I'd get to know the locals. Were you with one of the caravans? She looks at you hopefully. Master Odema's, by chance? Oh? Yes, I was. I'm afraid the rest of the caravan was killed. Afra covers her mouth with a hand, eyes wide with horror. For a few moments, she can manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. Damn it, this isn't how she should... The child isn't his, is it? I knew. I told her it was... Oh, wait, no, this is her sister. Oh, I know. Yeah. Damn it. I don't know why I was thinking the caravan leader. I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kaliska was always... Oh, yeah, it was his caravan. Kaliska, that's why it was... So I wasn't wrong. Just, she was talking about someone else. Calliska was always so certain she could take on any danger. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. Yeah, she died suddenly. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive somewhere. Her face crumples and a solitary tear slides down her cheek. Why did you send for her? Yeah, well, let's ask why you sent for her. I'm worried about the baby. About the legacy. I told Calliska as much as I could. But all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It's happened to so many mothers. And Lord Redrick, he's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. I wonder what he's going to do with his own self and wife now. She sniffs. With my Hathort gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home, too. Yeah. I hoped Calliska could help me. They say Runga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child being hollowborn. That sounds like it's too good to be true. But she moved south to Anslog's Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far for me. I can't make it as I am. You know, this has me wondering, maybe just would leaving the city to give birth, would that help? Has anyone tried that? Like I said, I feel like the city is... I don't think he's wrong. I do think it's a sign of the gods' disfavor. I don't think it's disfavor with these people, though. I think it's either disfavor with Deerwood itself or with the magistrate himself for his actions. Please, the neighbors speak well of you. They say you're a good woman. You understand how hard it is for us here. I have nobody else to turn to. Calliska helped me. I'll help you. I'll find Runga for you. She blinks, eyes wide. You will? Oh, gods bless you. Here, I'll give you coin to pay her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink she fashions out of... Oh, I see. I think it's a drink she fashions out of... Well, I'm not sure. But it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. I hope she isn't a fraud. Anslog's Compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it myself. Fair enough. She clasps her hands together. Thank you again, truly. You'll be saving us both. She sets a hand on her stomach, smiling through tears. Though you should probably tell me when you're due. I would hate to take too long. That would be, terrible. Alright, Urgot. Urgit?
I have received confirmation that Lord Radrick's heir was not born well.
Soulless.
My lord has issued an injunction on all new homesteads until he can be assured that the village has been cleansed of all Eothasians and whatever other undesirables that have brought this curse upon his lands.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure this attitude here is the result of this curse, because maybe I should read it again, but I'm pretty sure Eothas is the god in charge of basically assigning souls to babies. To put it bluntly. Not sure the exact mechanics behind it, but...
It would be best if you left town as soon as possible. I would suggest returning to your old home. There will be no
I'm a bit of a
place for you
wanderer.
here. You may stay at the inn until you can make the necessary arrangements, but I would not advise remaining long.
No kidding.
I expect Lord Radrick will be most thorough in his efforts to purify this place.
Lord Radrick is a complete fool. I hope you don't mind me saying. he is going to bring ruin upon himself even more than he already has. But, witch hunts are gonna witch hunt, I suppose. Tell me about Lord Redrick. And also, honestly, after seeing how he handles his village, I am really not interested in his deal for a homestead. Not if it puts me under his rule. He comes from a line of nobles who have defended these lands since Edair times. Radric II was an early supporter of their wooden independence during the Revolution, and the current lord's father perished in the Saints' War. Hollowborn began appearing in the Deerwood shortly after the war's end. No kidding. I think that supports my theory. Lord Radric has taken it upon himself to purge the curse from Gilded Vale. His measures have been severe, but necessary. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear to have been enough to protect his heir. No kidding. Has he considered that, maybe he's pursuing the wrong path? The Saints' War. Our age's most egregious example of man's madness. 15 years ago, the people of Red Caris decided that Waidwen, their living saint, was the literal incarnation of the god Aethys. Erget wrinkles his pinched nose. The supposed saint took it upon himself to liberate the Deerwood, supposedly from allegiances to less worthy gods. But I have never known an army to conquer a land for its people's own good. I mean, it's a pretty common thing to claim at the very least. But yeah, usually people who claim that are full of shit. The war lasted about a year, but you can guess what that year did to the worship of Aethys in the Deerwood. Yeah, no kidding. Lord Radric's forebears had all been Aethesians, but after his father fell defending us from those fanatics, he personally saw that the Temple of Aethys here in town was shut down. Nice way to put it. He points at the few ruined walls near the tree. And do none of you really see... Truly, none of you see a connection here? If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understands our rules. We're a frontier village, as are most settlements in the Deerwood. Gilded Vale hasn't grown much since its establishment in the colonial days, and in the last 15 years has seen our population shrink further. It takes in the ramshackle houses and half-fallen fences, hence our recruitment of fresh settlers. Yeah, I fear there's nothing that can be done until Redric is either toppled or comes to his senses. Aloth snorts. Indeed. Why has Gilded Vale's population been shrinking? Waidwen's legacy, of course. Many women have had difficulty bearing children of late. A few years ago, Lord Redric decreed that no mothers of Hollowborn are to be allowed in Gilded Vale. His mouth tightens in a firm line. His lordship dealt swiftly with the objectors. I can see. Maybe harsh, but if it purges us of this curse, is it not worth it? Maybe. Why do you think it might purge you of the curse, though? What's the evidence that suggests that has even remote possibility of help? Because if not, you're only harming your village. Tell me about those ruins. That's what's left of the Temple of Aethys. His lips pucker. Lord Radric forbade worship of the dead god after the Saints' War. It's been abandoned for almost 15 years, but there are plans to rededicate it to Baroth, the god of life and death. Oh? Alright, well, goodbye. Alright, I need to, double check that. God of death, cycles, doorways, mortality, and inevitability. Keeper of the cycle of life and death. Okay, maybe I'm wrong about Aethys. But that's the god of rebirth, redemption, dawn, spring, and light. Both of them sound important for the cycle of well, childbirth, for birth. But maybe not. Maybe Broth is the one. I might be mistaken. You see, this sounds more like the god who takes souls, whereas Aethys sounds like the god who bestows them. To me. I guess we'll see, though. Alright, let's head somewhere. So we were at Valewood. There's Kednoa, which we can't actually visit yet. Oh, Deerford Village. Seems like these might be better off places, perhaps. Or maybe not. Right, and Defiance Bay is where those two are headed. Looks like a pretty big city. Wonder if I'll run into them there if I go. Well, we aren't welcome here. I haven't found a knight to assist me. Should I try those ruins again? One more time. Just see what happens. You know, before they rededicate it. Right.
Hello.
Already seen this. All right. I'll be sure to save often as well. Since we'll reset anyways, just mind wave you.
Well,
Nice. See, that looks like there's a secret wall there or something.
yes.
And this, I'll need to control one of the spiders, perhaps. Let's try going through here first, actually. Oh, and should I scout, maybe?
A blade in the dark.
Actually, no, let's just scout with you. A will-o-wisp. Ooh, those are... Well, I don't know if the will-o-wisps here are deadly, but... they can be. And also, definitely don't follow them. They lead you to your death. Is it a statue? Oh, there's several of them. All right. Dazzling lights. Get a magic missile on it. And let's go. I doubt we'll successfully mind control a will-o-wisp. I will, though. There we go. Did that do anything? A little bit. All right. Get that one, though.
Yes. Curses.
Oh, she's almost dead. That's or Or is she dead? Is she stunned? I am definitely thinking this place is a little much for us at the moment. Oh, yeah, she's just stunned, actually. Now they're ignoring her. How much did that do? Not nearly enough. Oh, and she's up. Second wind. Second wind. Damn it. Maybe I can control one? No, not right now. What am I doing? Freaking will-o-wisps. They're like mind controlling me, and also they're healing each other or themselves.
Of course.
What the hell is wrong with these things? Oh, the Crucible of the Soul. That's right. The Watcher unravels the vital essence of his or her enemies, gaining endurance in the process. I like that. 1.7 meter radius. Burn damages endurance. It's a fast spell. I like that. Once per rest. Range 8. Quest failed. Buried secrets. What?
As you...
Is it because he died back there? Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah. I am once again convinced that it's a bit early for us to tackle here. Especially with just 2 party members. We need some non-squishy party members. Hello, kid.
As you wish.
Maybe we'll meet someone on the road who can help. Is he carrying his book? Oh, yeah, he is. Cool. Is that a shield I'm wearing? A buckler? All right, Mogren's Fork. This is a pretty big area. What are we going to run into here? Oh, Wolfie. Come out after us. Oh, there's a few of them there. Do you want to give me a missile? I wonder if that's per encounter or per rest.
Yes.
Ow, that hurt. That's definitely... Come on. Am I, Oh, wait, these are the full-size wolves, so they're the ones I have to be extra careful about. Let's try that again.
As you wish.
That's a little early this time.
What is it?
Well, you know. I just want to control you, Mr. Wolf. I'm not sure what that symbol is. all of us this way. Aw, it didn't work. Alright, fine, I'll just kill you. Ow! Don't knock me. And you. Use your missile. That's much better. Stop knocking me over, asshole. There we go. And that answers that question. They don't restore. They probably restore once per rest. In which case, yeah, let's try that one more time. I don't want to waste his spells.
As you wish.
Nice and quiet.
Okay, there's a wolfie. All right. Here they come.
What is
you
it?
attack. All right. Let's get if we can this one. Did it work? Yes, it did. Good. Let's go ahead and let you use your missiles on this one, though. You'll weaken it now. Shoot. That's not good. Oh, you have, you know, we could use some of these. That should help a little bit. Oh, did she got knocked out? Oh, she might have, yeah.
That's it.
I should definitely start with that.
Keeping an eye out.
In fact, if I could just lure one of them out now, that would actually be better. So I have my Ice Strike, my Mind Wave. I'm not going to knock it over, though. Let's hit them with the Ice Strike. And you can hit them with the, not the Dazzling Lights. And again, that's not a terrible, no, let's hit them with the missiles. Okay, that work, hopefully.
Let's have it out.
Oh, what are you doing? Attack.
How may I help?
There we go. Right, Arcane Assault twice per encounter. Let's do it. Doesn't seem very strong. It's fast. Is this the one that is good for stopping other mages? No. Does seem to be stronger than his regular attack, though, maybe.
Well,
That went well. Let's get the other wolf now. Where is it? There it is. Let's worry if there's a third one or not. Alright. Aloth. Give me one of those. You. Give me an Ice Strike. probably prevent it from hitting as well. Let me see how much damage it actually... yeah, it only hits for 7, but it also dazes him. And only grazed, that's why. So that's actually nice. There we go. Much better. Divide and conquer. All right. Well, that seems like a good place to end it this time. Next time we'll make our way through these, was it Magrath Woods? Magron's Fork. Through the Magron's Fork. Which is presumably a fork in the road. As I'm guessing where that namesake is for.